Katrina Brown with Soaring Eagles Christian Academy. Learning beyond the classroom. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Type that in the chat, everyone. Learning beyond the classroom. Learning beyond the classroom. So we've heard from someone that focuses heavily with the tutoring and all day. Whatever she makes the schedule work from you, we work for you as parents. We've also heard from someone that has the STEAM component. And now we have Katrina Brown, and she has Soaring Eagles Christian Academy. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Thank
So,
you so much, Katrina, for joining us. Tell us about, thank you, that's right, learning beyond the classroom, everyone. Katrina, tell us about yourself and your experience and Soaring Eagles Christian Academy.
well, I have been in education for almost 16 years now.
Mhm.
I have a bachelor's in elementary education and a master's in education administration. So I have taught in both the public and private school sectors, elementary grades as well as middle school. And I am the founder and the head of school at Thorn Eagles Christian Academy. Now,
Awesome.
our academy has been in existence. We just completed year 2, so our school is fairly new, but we're
Mhm.
coming along, and God is blessing.
Mhm.
This was a huge step of faith. God prompted this in my spirit a long time ago, but it finally came to fruition, and God has been blessing us ever since those doors have opened. So we are just thankful and grateful for this opportunity to be able to speak tonight on this summer slide awareness. It is important for
Mhm.
us to realize that our children need that active learning all year long. They need to be engaged in learning, and it doesn't have to be looking at a textbook. It
Mhm.
could just be real life, authentic experiences that they have. And so I know that we've been talking about summer slides, and for those who don't know what it
That's
means,
what I was going to ask you. Uh-huh.
yeah, so that's, you know, our children, they have about 8 weeks out of school, 8 weeks that they're not getting that structure. They're not getting that, at 9 o'clock we have math, at 10 o'clock we have science, at 11 o'clock is social studies. But we have to provide ways that they can actively be engaged with their learning and continue to make those connections so that they can bridge or transition from the previous grade to the next. And so that's really important because those those skills that they've learned through the school year can be lost. And it could be a tremendous loss for some that once they get back the next school year, they're struggling because the pace, when we go from one grade to the next, the pace
Oh,
used to get
yeah.
a little faster, and you've got to catch on more, and you've already had this knowledge. So a lot of times you're having to build on prior knowledge.
Mhm.
If they've forgotten that prior knowledge, then that makes it very difficult. And so we want to set our children up for success. We
Mhm.
don't want them to have to struggle once they get back into the classroom.
Mhm.
And when they start struggling, that's another issue with their confidence and their interest.
Yeah.
And they lose interest, and sometimes they lose motivation, and then they don't typically want to do it anymore. So we want to keep that enthusiasm.
That is, thank you so much for sharing that because that is true when you're talking about keeping their interest for the 8 weeks because, once you get to enjoying the summertime, then it's like, I don't even want to think about any type of learning. But if we keep that learning going, then it's like it's easy to make that adjustment back into that 7 hour school day. So tell us, what is your focus? What age range do you have at Soaring Eagle Christian Academy? What age range? If you are just joining us, share this video out because we want to get this information into the hands of as many people as possible. We're talking about summer slide awareness, our kindergarten through fifth grade children beating learning loss. And we are talking right now with Katrina Brown of Soaring Eagle Christian Academy. So let us know about your Christian Academy and what is your focus there, your age range.
So we start at kindergarten, 4-year-old kindergarten. So we start at kindergarten and we go up to sixth grade.
Okay.
So we have a lot. We have a lot going on in these 2 years that it's just been kind of like a wildflower just blossoming, growing. But we do also not just the 4 core courses, math, science, social studies, and ELA, but we offer Spanish.
Oh, wow.
So we do have a Spanish.
Now, what grade does Spanish start with?
All grades. So,
awesome. Kindergarten as well. I love that. Okay.
So we offer Spanish. We do have STEAM. We have theater as our extracurricular, and we have, of course, physical education. So we incorporate those extracurricular activities into our curriculum as well. And we have, we're located right here in Columbia off of Old Clemson Road. So we are having some other, programs coming in the making. So stay tuned to hear about those things. Mm-hmm. And we also offer after school, which is J. Spark Academy.
You have an after school program as well, connected to the. All right, parents. There's an after school program. There's a Christian Academy, and you do have a summer camp. Is that right? So tell us about the after school and then the summer camp.
So our after school, we are connected with J. Spark Academy, which is right on the campus. So children can go straight from dismissal to after school. And in after school, they get tutoring services to help them with content that they may have difficulty with in class. So I work directly with the director of the after school program so that we communicate what they need to do, what they need to know. So it's homework help, but it's also that extra tutoring service that they may need to give them that boost in their academic knowledge.
That is good. Have you noticed being that you do kindergarten through sixth grade, have you noticed any particular grade level that you would say is the most key important that we need to make sure that we focus on with our children? I know all of them are important, but is there one that you would say, parents, like this, we need to make sure that this grade right here?
Kindergarten, definitely. I would say all of the younger grades, so K through second, is imperative because that's where our young scholars are getting their foundation. So even prior to coming to kindergarten, there should be some foundational learning that can take place right at home, introducing them to text, which means multiple, kinds of books, picture books, introducing them to letters, the alphabet, phonemic awareness. Even if you're not a teacher at home, you can still do these things with them, their colors, their shapes. It's important to have that foundation because, believe it or not, that is what builds them when they get to the higher grade levels to have that knowledge, because kindergarten, we're, working on handwriting, we're working on letter formation, we're working on being able to read sight words. So if a lot of them have no exposure to that, you're starting from the very beginning. You have to make up for lost ground, and sometimes that playing catch up can take multiple grade levels for them to get where they need to be.
What are tips for parents that you want to share with them? Some things that they can do across the board, some simple things real quick that they can do across the board.
So simple things, especially this summer, just have a routine of we're going to do 15 minutes of reading a day. And one of the most important things is, don't just have your child just read the book for 15 minutes, but after they read the book, discuss it with them. What did you read? Who were the main characters? What was the story about? Can you put it in order? Tell me what happened first, what happened next, what happened last.
And
You know,
parents, this is simple. I know that we're saying it's simple, but the importance of a routine, I'm learning that even now with my grandbaby who's 2.5, the importance of having a routine. We're talking about summer slide awareness, beating learning loss. We have Katrina Brown with Soaring Eagles Christian Academy that's on. Our other guests are going to come back at the end and also give some last words, some tips that they may have personally on things that that you all can do as the village for with our kindergarten through 5th grade children. But I want let us know, is your child, your grandchild, niece, nephew, are they in a camp or a tutoring program? Let us know that. Are they with a relative? Where will your child be if you have anyone in that age range? Where will they be at this summer? Will they be a part of a formal structured program like a summer camp or a tutoring program, or will they just be with a relative? Let us know in the chat. Okay. All right. What were you going to say? Summer camp, about summer camp, and then anything else you
So we are offering summer enrichment, and summer enrichment is to help our scholars build on that prior knowledge and also introduce them to some new concepts that they will have for
Mm-hmm.
their next grade level. So we do individual plans for those, especially there's a registration link, and so on that registration, once we get information from you to know where they are, we
Mm-hmm.
kind of develop a plan for those children to help kind of bridge that gap. We can't guarantee that we're going to close it all the way, but we do want to see progress, especially if they've been struggling in certain core subjects over the year. We want to know that so that we can help build on that so that they're not getting further behind as
Yeah.
they go to the next grade level. So our main focus is to try to, help bridge that gap so that they don't have such a huge leap that they have to take once they start the next school year. And we offer our summer enrichment Monday through Thursday
Okay.
from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then it begins on June 3rd.
Okay.
So we'll go from June 3rd until June 27th, so the month of June. So this is a way to help prevent that summer slide because we're going to be diving into that knowledge that has already been gained, those achievements, and then we're going to actually take it a step further and introduce them to some concepts so they can be ahead of the game, so to speak, and then we send home materials that they can work on for the month of July so they're not.
Oh, you send home materials, so the parents will probably won't have to focus on what they need to do. They can do other stuff as well because we know that parents are the first teachers, but you will send something home with the parents. That is
Yes.
great. Okay, parents, that she's sending stuff home, and I think maybe LaQuisha, I think, says she does that as well. And so that, thank you so much. Thank you. If you have any questions for Katrina Brown with Soaring Eagles Christian Academy, please put your questions in the chat. Her information was already on the screen, and that will be running again in a few.